This video is one that encourages you to stipulate a certain number of contractor visits when you are writing an offer on a property. If you are looking at a house that needs maybe painting or wallpaper removal or the hardwood floors done, it's much easier to have that work done and can be less expensive because there's fewer objects that the painters or flooring people have to move. It's often better to get that done prior to moving into the house. When the previous owner has moved out and the house is vacant, before you move in, that's usually the best time to have that work done. However, if those contractors need to come in and measure so that they can order hardwood flooring or look at the paint, don't just make the assumption that the seller's going to allow you to have them visit. The seller is under no obligation to allow contractor visits, again, unless you've stipulated that in the contract. For example, I had someone who really wanted to get the hardwood floors redone before they moved their things in, and they hadn't mentioned that. We hadn't put it in the offer, and the seller didn't want anyone coming in for whatever the seller's reasons were. And what ended up happening was those people had to spend extra money to get some sort of extended stay hotel or Airbnb for about a week and a half after closing, because they had hoped that somebody would be able to measure and order the things, but it turned out the people couldn't even come in and measure and put the things on order until they actually owned the house and then completed the work. So they incurred extra expense because they didn't mention that they were going to want to do that. So it was a lesson for me too. I always mention this now to buyers to make sure that if they are considering that we write those visits as a stipulation of the contract.